the first work that we're going to see, is a work by a Hong Kong artist called Lousy. It's a Hong Kong street artist. The work is down there. And this is an artist that is kind of like has been kind of like a widely misrepresented in Hong Kong. And Lousy, I have been a big fan of his work since for quite some time, and I collect the works. And the reason I love his works is because the work in itself is a work of a struggle. So when his works are overly commonly associated with Keith Haring and Mr. Doodle, I assume because they come from a street art background. And when you talk to a street artist, there's one thing they all tell you. I mean, I do talk to quite a bit. I mean, people that know me, they know that I look at all sorts of art. I don't necessarily stick to one particular or the other one. And our street artists, I like them because they're extremely creative. And there's one thing that they always tell you: they need to work on something that is quick to produce. So speed for them is fast, for obvious reasons. They are on the streets; they don't want to get caught. But the reason I like Lousy is not because people try to analyze Lousy from the traits that he has, which I agree. Yeah, it's quite similar to these other artists, but people misunderstand people because people don't necessarily kind of like spend a minute to look into the work and look into the depth, or talk to the artist. I know the artist personally; he's a good friend of mine, and we have talked extensively about his works and the drive behind it. And what at least the reason why I like about Lousy so much is because his works, especially this work that is here, which is again, I have a work that is quite similar. It's called Sleeping Party, which is a red one. I think you can see it on my website. But his works are always representing this kind of like a happy vibe, like a really cool vibe that everything is chill and everything is cool. But one of the symbolism that he has in his work is this all-seeing eye. And in that all-seeing eye, what it's telling you is that there's an subconscious still in the work that is telling you, there's like a little demon that tells you like, hey, remember from where this work came from. That is a work of a struggle, that a street artist, we are in a particular segment of the market that is often seen neglected by the high market, right? By the mega galleries and so on. But they are expressing, they are out there to tell how it is on the streets. They tell you like how it is to live in industrial areas, in urban areas, in less affluent places of the city. They will tell you those narratives, even from good places or from very difficult works, like Banksy, for example, or from more fun works like Lousy. But what you see on this work is that vibrance of Hong Kong, of the true Hong Kong spirit. And you can see in many of his works, he's also quite well known for the kissing face, which again comes from a need that he needs to do it very quick. And I have been around to see how quick he does it. It's very quick. But what is beautiful about Lousy is because Lousy is an artist that is actually self-taught. He's an incredible. He has incredible love for the art, especially for the grandmasters like San Yu and Matisse and then Bosch. You can talk to him. He will walk you through a whole dialogue about surrealism and obscure art like Goya and so on. And he has this. He wants to pay homage to this artist in his way. So the traits that he has. I mean, for example, the kissing face is the Matisse kissing face, and he puts it all over the streets, and he has it in that very urban style. And when you have an artist that is willing to even risk his own security to beautify, to make the city fun, that for me is amazing. I can tell you when at the peak of the protest, when they were putting all the slogans, political slogans, and they were covering them up, right? The next day the official were kind of like painting them over. And especially in Wan Chai, I saw that they were covering the political slogan, but they were leaving the kiss untouched because the person saw that it was pretty cool. And that's when you realize that these guys are tapping into something relevant because they are spirit to the city. I mean, you look at the institution, for example, Hong Kong Walls is doing. He's taking all these, he's inviting all the street artists and giving them walls and trucks and everything to really add vibe to the city. And that for me is important. And there's a reason why I'm a strong believer of Lousy. And I'm looking at, yesterday I went to a studio of another street artist. And I really like that. I really like that courage that they have. So yeah, kudos to that. Fantastic work. I love that it was exhibited at Art Central. It was quite big format, and it's quite. I mean, because of its format, it's quite immersive. There were two works, but I selected this one because I like the simplicity of the figures. I think it was more fun, and even though the other work has the all-seeing eye, this one is really like his vibe. I mean, I know him personally. He's a really cool, chill guy, but that he has that down to earth, well within his psyche, he's pretty down to earth guy. So kudos to that.